Kyle Rittenhouse, who was acquitted of homicide after shooting 2 people during a racial justice protest, has a video game where you shoot fake news turkeys. So let me give you some of the details here. His new game, announced on Thursday amid a push for gun legislation in the wake of mass shootings, features fake news turkeys that, again, are labeled fake news and MSDNC in a promotional video posted to Twitter. And yes, I will show this video, so prepare for the cringe. Rittenhouse claims the media is nothing but a bunch of turkeys with nothing better to do than push their lying agenda to destroy innocent people's lives. Rittenhouse is collaborating on the game with Mint Studios, whose CEO, and you can't make this shit up, Mint Chip, that's his name,
Jesus.
told the Washington Examiner that the company had to step in to help Kyle after we saw what was done to him, the terrible things that they said about poor Kyle Rittenhouse. So now I'm going to show you this this promotional trailer. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Kyle Rittenhouse. You might know me as the guy who was recently acquitted from all charges in the Kenosha self-defense case. From the very beginning, I did nothing wrong. But that didn't stop the media from smearing my name. It's time to fight back against the fake news machine. This is why I'm launching the Kyle Rittenhouse Fake News Turkey Shoot video game. The media is nothing but a bunch of turkeys with nothing better to do than push their lying agenda and destroy innocent people's lives. So go to RittenhouseGame.com and pre-order the game now and help me fund the lawsuit to stop these fake news turkeys.
It's the fake news turkey shoot. Got a laser gun going pew pew pew. Filing lawsuits. And we about to bankrupt the fake news.
Oh my God.
Wow. I think one thing I find really funny about Kyle Rittenhouse is that they primed him to be, the next conservative media figure, to get a podcast. They brought him on the circuit after the trial, right? But he's not good, right? Like, he's not eloquent. He's not articulate. He's just a kid and kind of a loser, right?
Yep.
And so he couldn't do it. He physically couldn't do it. It was just not viable for him. So they dropped him. That tweet has only 3,000 likes. I got more likes on a tweet where I just responded to Caitlyn Bennett posting her pregnancy announcement, like making fun of her a little bit because she dressed up like the Virgin Mary. And it was really absurd. But like that's nothing. Like, and the quality of the video game looks really bad. And I mean, he's got a bad camera. He looked like he recorded that on his laptop. Like, he's not being taken care of by the conservative media who he needed to be taken care of by, because he can't get a normal job. He can't really go to school.
That's right. Yeah, no, that's really interesting. I'm actually glad you brought that up. So you're right. He's not doing well in the right-wing griftosphere. They did kind of forget about him. Now they're on to the next thing. And so poor Kyle Rittenhouse is like, oh, what am I going to do? I gotta get more money. I gotta get the money. I'm in trouble. I'm going to try to sue the news. Goes on Tucker Carlson. Yeah. And he goes on Tucker Carlson and says, "Oh, the media. I'm going to make the media pay for what they did to me after the the defamation trial." He thinks, "Now I've got a chance. I think I can do it this time. I'm gonna get some attention. I'm gonna grab some attention, and then I'm going to sell games again." Let's see. The proceeds from the game will go to his legal defense against the fake news. He says. Defense, you're attacking the news. You're suing them.
Yeah. He also, has he filed a lawsuit? He hasn't.
Not that I know of.
And he can't. Like, only the most, I mean, an attorney might represent him for a lot of money, but he doesn't have a lot of money, right? And this video game is not going to make him a lot of money. It's crappy. It looks bad. It's like
it looks like
it's just like not.
It looks Let me just go in on that, because I am a gamer. You're a gamer, so already like my sensibilities on this were offended deeply. This looks like, and not to hate it, but this was back 2009 Newgrounds Flash games. That's what it looks like. And great for all the people that got their start on Newgrounds, posting these Flash games. But that was 2009. That was way back in the day. Okay, it's now 2022. That game looks like shit.
Yeah. It looks awful. I thought it was going to be like a levels-based game with like better graphics. I was surprised to see how bad it just looks.
It's just
terrible.
bad. And by the way, he couldn't even use, like, they wouldn't even put in a real gun. It's a laser gun.
Yeah. And
really?
He holds up a Nerf gun in that video. You shot 3 people. You killed 2 people with a real gun. Everyone knows you have a real gun. Why are you holding up a Nerf gun?
Exactly.
It's just embarrassing. Like, if he wasn't such a bad person, I might feel bad for him, because he was left behind by the conservative griftosphere. They dropped him because he couldn't give them what they needed, which is an articulate, eloquent, Charlie Kirk-esque person who has a personality that, even for all the wrong reasons, people gravitate to. He's just like a kid that doesn't have a lot going on and is not interesting. And so when he couldn't do what they needed him to do, they forgot about him. And he's financially, from what I understand, pretty bad in the hole. And he was already not coming from a great place to begin with. And he got dicked over by Lynn Wood, right? And there's first attorneys. And then never saw a dime of that fundraising money. And so it's just like, I mean, he's a bad person, so I don't feel bad for him. But it's like embarrassing to watch.
No, yeah, it is absolutely embarrassing to watch. And I mean, it is kind of fascinating to kind of have the front row seat of the destruction of this person, and all by himself. Like, the news didn't just, and again, this goes to how conservatives never take responsibility for anything that they do. He's blaming everyone else for the destruction of his own life.
You killed 2 people and
you
shot
killed 2 people.
That's you. Everyone who thinks you're a murderer thinks that because they watched you do it. Okay? The media calling you a murderer did not defame you. This was a public trial that was broadcast to the world. Anyone could have gotten that same information just from watching the trial. And now, even if he ever decided to make a defamation lawsuit, he's profiting off of the media's attacks on him through this game, which massively would undercut any sort of libel or any defamation lawsuit, like, because you profited off of it. So you really didn't suffer damages. But I mean, it's not like he's going to make a lot of money, but he's not going to file a lawsuit either because he has no case.
Yeah, and for the people who are going to buy this, the 12 people, it just feels like this is like a game for boomers. Like it's like a Facebook, esque type of game that old people will be like, oh, this is interesting. Let me figure out how to play. Oh, this is really hard. Bitch, try Elden Ring. That's hard. Yeah.
No, I mean, fuck him. I wish him the worst, but I wish that I don't have to watch it happen, because I do have like this annoying empathy where I'm like, oh, it's like too
you gotta get rid of that.
It's too hard to watch someone's like so young have their life ruined, but then I'm like, oh yeah, he ended 2 people's lives, so I don't care.
Yeah.